Okay, YouTube, bring you guys along, taking lunch after my workout. This morning I did have like, kind of like what I call an energy shake. It just had like strawberries, blueberries, and bananas. So that's what I had before I went to the gym. Now I'm like really starving. I have my protein. I already prepped my chicken, just about to cut it. We're gonna do some little kind of like fajita thing. And I know I told you guys that, I don't know if I introduced myself. Let me start by doing that. I go by Kamari. It's Kamari KO. When I say my story, I mean, okay, there's the cat no again. It's kind of what I've been through recently. 2023, like I said in my previous video, was like a landslide of emotions and things going on. Yeah, I need a better knife. I ended up having what some people will call kind of a nervous breakdown. It's kind of like the way we called it, what we call it in, Black communities, Black families. Basically a nervous system breakdown. How that began, or how I feel like that began, was basically I was dealing with some health issues as far as like my cholesterol. My doctor told me we did blood work, and my blood work came back. I looked at it myself, and she had a note up there. She was like, your cholesterol is extremely high. I tell you, it was extremely high. It was 340 something. Now, if you know anything about cholesterol, you can have a heart attack or stroke in those numbers, like 400 range and all of that. So I say that to say, once I got that information, I started working out. I was like scared of food. I literally became afraid of food. So to me, like a typical day was wake up in the morning. First thing I would get is like a Starbucks coffee. So I would have that in the morning. That's it. I would have that. By the time lunchtime came around, I would go and get like a French fry from McDonald's. Not the best for cholesterol, right? Yeah, I know. My logic was like all over the place. So in the morning, I get the coffee from Starbucks, and then around 12:30, I would go to McDonald's and get this large fry and a sweet tea. So then comes around 4:30, and that's when I get off work. From there, I would basically go to the gym. No food, maybe a banana. I did that for a couple weeks straight because I was so afraid of like my weight gain and my cholesterol. So my mind was just constantly on, I gotta lose weight. I gotta lose weight. My cholesterol is too high. I can have a heart attack. I can have a heart attack. This is me for like the longest time. And so what I did to myself, I basically created an eating disorder. Basically, I made myself fear food. I felt like anything I ate was going to cause me to have a heart attack. Also, some other personal things going on in my life. Emily, relationship, the usual, the normal. So that was also heavy on me as well. And my relationship, my personal relationships and stuff like that, the normal stresses of life was on top of that. I felt like I thought I was doing myself a service, when in reality, I was kind of like just putting my body in trouble, really. The answer wasn't to just stop eating and work out more, because I was burning a lot of calories. When I would go to the gym, I'd be in there for like 2 hours. I was literally in the gym for like 2 hours every time I went. I was going to the gym every day. I was in the gym every day burning 300, 400 calories. And then after the gym, that would be like my biggest meal of the day, right? But I was eating like a salad with some chicken in it. I was going to Kava. If anyone knows what Kava is on this side of town. I don't know if they have it everywhere, but I would go to Kava and get like a protein salad thing, my chicken would be in there, and then all of my greens and stuff like that. I was scared to put sauce on it, so I wouldn't even get any sauces because I felt like, okay, that has a lot of cholesterol, yada yada. And I did all this for weeks, just eating like that. So really, I was eating like once a day. So fast forward a little bit, working out, still wasn't losing weight. To me, I wasn't losing weight. I could tell that I was gaining a little muscle here and there, but I really wasn't losing the weight that I felt like I wanted to lose or needed to lose to even get my cholesterol down. My partner was like, you know, you're harping on your weight too much, yada yada. But I'm like, my cholesterol is high. I can have a heart attack. You know, nobody really knows how you feel about this stuff until it happens to them. So, you know, I thought it was nice that she was kind of helping me feel better, I guess, trying to make me feel better and not focus on it. But it was really, really deep for me. I had weight on my mind, like actual weight on my mind 24/7. The whole cholesterol thing, I was reading labels like crazy. So anything that had saturated fat, period, I was like, oh, I can't eat that. Anything that, it didn't matter if it was high or low saturated fat. I felt like I couldn't eat anything with saturated fat. I felt like anything that had the slightest bit of cholesterol, I couldn't eat it. Like I said, doing that created an eating disorder. So I was just creating that eating disorder. Like, I literally became afraid of food. Food to me was like equal death to me. And so one day I was having a conversation. It was a little heated conversation, and you know, I didn't particularly feel anxious that day, but for some reason, in the middle of that conversation, I kind of like did this type of thing, and all of a sudden I got disoriented. My vision got blurry. My heart started racing, so I had palpitations. I couldn't focus on my computer screen for work. I got up, felt dizzy, started moving around because all of a sudden I just felt like, oh my God, something's happening, something's happening. It got so bad that I ended up calling an ambulance. So I called an ambulance that day, and they came, they checked me out. EMS came, checked me out. They told me that all my vitals were fine. They asked me, you know, the normal questions, and I told them I have high cholesterol. I do deal with anxiety. Everything that they were checking was fine. They even did like the whole EKG to check my heart. That was fine. And I'm just like, no, something's wrong. Something is wrong. Take me to the hospital. Somebody has to see something about me. Like, something's wrong. So we go to, they even in the ambulance, they were like, yeah, this sounds like, you know, you probably had a panic attack. And I'm like, I've never had a panic attack. I don't know what that is. And I think I'm actually jumping ahead. I'm going ahead too quick.